morning, everyone. So, in last 2 days, US market has done very well. It has moved up by almost around 2% in 2 day combined. That is on Friday and now on Monday. So that will have a positive impact on Indian market as well. Whereas Asian market todays are marginally up. And in commodity, we are seeing again stress in uh, crude oil, which has come off very sharply in last 2 days. From level of around 99 on Friday, it is today at around 94.5, so almost around $4 down. That was mainly driven by some poor economic data from the Chinese market. So overall seems outlook positive for today's. And I'll request technical team to take up from here.
Yes, thank you. So, good morning, all of you. This is Swati. Today, the market is likely to open with a gap up, and we are like to witness some positive mood during the day. As of now, we are witnessing that the Nifty is well placed above all the important moving average, which gives a very positive sign on the technical front. It's slowly and steadily moving on the higher side. On the technical front, Nifty has an immediate resistance at around 17,800 levels. Any move above that level, we expect this pullback rally to be continued towards 18,000 levels on the higher sides. Whereas on the downside, the immediate support is placed at 17,620. Any move above below that level on the closing basis, we might witness some profit booking, which might take a Nifty towards 15,550 to 15,500 levels. On the coming towards the bank Nifty front for today intraday purpose, 39,320 is the first resistance level. Any move above that level, we are likely to witness 39,550, 39,600 levels on the higher side. Whereas on the downside, 38,870, 38,500 are the crucial support levels for the bank Nifty. Coming towards the Nifty Finance Services, 17,800, 17,880, are the resistance levels. We need to keep eye on it. Whereas on the downside, 17,650 is the first support level. Any move below that level, we are likely to witness 17,550 to 17,500 levels on the downsides. The overall view will remain a positive on the Nifty and the bank Nifty front as long as it maintains their support levels on the closing basis. I think that's it from my end. I request you guys to take a call forward.
Thank you, Swati. Good morning, everyone. So, as per derivatives data front, we are witnessing it that in Friday's trading session, a strong volatility has been witnessed while the market gave a positive closing. Currently, as per the data points from the derivative front, like PCR, India Week, so OI index for options, or from the FI front, all seems to be positive. But as per the OI portion, we are witnessing the range bound momentum currently in the market, because on the upper end we are seeing that at 17,900 and 18,000 strike call right positions are not getting shifted on the upper end, while on the lower end also we are seeing that at 17,500 and 600 level put right positions are holding strong positions at those levels. So currently Nifty has created a range of 17,500 to 18,000 mark. Once the Nifty manages to give close above 17,900 level, then we might witness some sort of 18,000 strike corner position likely to get liquidated and slowly to get shifted on the upper end. Currently, we are seeing that India Wix is continuously trading around 18 level, so it is getting difficult from the India Wix point also to get a stable closing below 18 levels, because continuously we are seeing from last 5 days India Wix is giving close between 17 to 20 level. So once if India Wix manages to stay below 18.5 level till that point of time, market seem to be positive. As per today's scenario, also we are seeing that SGX is likely to open on a 50 points on the upper end, and the PCR also closed at 1.24 on the Friday session. So PCR is holding strong positions. So hold a long position with the support of 17,500 on the lower end, and the PCR support is at 1.15. Once if PCR goes below 1.15, and at that point of time, if India VIX goes above 18.5 level, then some sort of profit booking might be witnessed in the market. Currently, as per the stock specific, we expect GNFC, Aisha Motor, and Aarti Industries. These three counter looks positive in today's trading session. Thank you.
Good morning. Over the weekend, Mahindra and Mahindra had made some announcements in the electric vehicle segment, which is positive for the stock. M&M has launched two EV brands. One is XUV, the existing brand And they have launched one more new brand, which will be only electric brand, that is called BE. And they will be launching 5 electric SUVs over next 3-4 years. So most of 4 out of these 5 electric SUVs will be launched between 2024 and 2026. And also Volkswagen Group and Mahindra have signed a term sheet on supply of electric components for Mahindra's new electric SUVs. So overall, this is positive for M&M. And after Tata Motors, we think that Mahindra could take the lead in the electric passenger vehicle segment. On the results front, Life Insurance Corporation result was okay. Comparable APE and VNB figures on a year-on-year basis were not provided, although market share has come down slightly to 65.4% against year-on-year 67.5%. And the value of new business margin, which is VNB margin, came at 13.6% versus 15.1% for the whole of FY22. Yeah, in case of LIC, unlike private sector peers in which 10% of accretion to embedded value normally every year comes from VNB, which is the new business. But for LIC, this accretion is just 1%. This is because of the large embedded value base which is coming from existing policies in force, and hence the contribution of new business to overall embedded value is much lower. To that extent, the result is will always be less important for LIC. And if we break down the embedded value further, 70% of it is due to equity market mark-to-market gains. So the EV will be much more impacted by the market movement than by the results. So just for example, if the market moves by around 10% up or down, similarly LIC stock, the embedded value will have a similar kind of reaction, and it will shift by 6.7% up or down depending on the market movement. Repco Home Finance result has improved. The asset quality has improved. Provision was much lower. Gross NPA came down from 7% to 6.4%. Similarly, net NPA from almost 5% to 4.2%. So it is positive for the stock. Time Technoplus result is okay. Revenue came at 944 crores, down 9% sequentially and up 25% year on year. But in line with last year's September and December quarter, if we see, it was also similar number. Value-added products revenue grew 36% and established products revenue grew 23%. And value-added products mix has now improved from 20% last year to 22%. EBITDA margin was stable at around 13%. Trigger in Time Technoplast will be the announcement of sale of international business, which is likely to happen in coming months. Once that happens, company will use some of that money to reduce debt and deploy the balance funds in value-added business of composite cylinders. So both these steps is likely to increase the ROC for the company in the coming few quarters, and which can change the market's perception. So we remain positive on Time Technoplast. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Himmat Singh Soyad has posted its result, and the company has posted declining set of numbers for the quarter, with revenue degrowing by 16.6% Q on Q. EBITDA margin came in at 1.7% versus QQ of 13.1%. Stock is trading at 6.5 times FY24 EPS. Aegis Logistics has posted its result, and the company has posted below expectation number, majorly on the profitability front. Revenue came in at 2235 crores versus expectation of around 1800 crores. However, EBITDA margin declined and came in at 3.8% versus expectation of 8.5%. Stock is trading at 17.5 times FY24 EPS. Thank you.
Good morning. JK Cement result was above expectation. Revenue came at 2,270 crores versus expectation of 2,115 crores. EBITDA came at 404 crores versus expectation of 363. EBITDA margins came in at 17.8% versus expectation of 17.2%. Share is trading at EV by EBITDA of 13 times FY24 EBITDA. India Cement's result was below expectation, both on revenue and EBITDA front. Margins came in at 2.1% versus expectation of 3.4%. Share is trading at EV by EBITDA of 12 times FY24 EBITDA. Grasim Industries result was above expectation. Revenue came at 7,253 crores versus expectation of 6,492 crores. EBITDA came in at 1,320 versus expectation of 1,115 crores. NCL Industries reported declining set of numbers both on revenue and EBITDA front. Margins have declined by 70 basis points to 8.5%. Methan Alloys result has improved. Revenue came at 1,020 crores versus 837 crores sequentially. EBITDA came at 356 crores versus 311 crores sequentially. GMDC, that is Gujarat Mineral Development Corporation, reported improved set of numbers. Revenue came at 1,155 crores versus 1,057 crores sequentially. EBITDA came at 441 crores versus 420 crores sequentially. Margins came in at 38% versus 39.7% sequentially. Share is trading at EV by EBITDA of 5 times on trailing basis. Thank you.
Good morning. So Hero MotoCorp announced its result. The result was below expectation. Revenue came in at 8,393 crores versus an expectation of 8,709 crores, which grew by 13% sequentially and 53% on a YY basis. EBITDA margin came in at 11.2% versus an expectation of 12.5%. The company indicated that the raw material costs have gradually started to soften a bit. It has started seeing early signs of recovery in demand, with retail dispatches outpacing wholesale dispatches after a long while. Going ahead, it expects good demand to be driven by the upcoming festive season. The company plans to improve its market share by launching new models across segments and alluded to a robust new model launch pipeline. The company expects the margins to improve going ahead, mainly due to softening commodity costs and operating leverage benefits, aided by increase in volume. The stock is trading at a PE of 14.2 times FY24 EPS. Apollo Tyres announced its result. The result was marginally ahead of expectation. Revenue came in at 5,942 crores versus an expectation of 5,682 crores, which grew by 7% sequentially and 30% on a YY basis. EBITDA margin came in at 11.6% versus an expectation of 11.2%. The company said that both its Indian and European operations performed well, with their revenues from operations increasing 38% and 14% respectively. Tighter control on costs, better product mix, and timely pricing actions across markets helped the company offset the continued spike in raw material prices in Q1. The board has approved raising rupees 1,000 crore through issuance of non-convertible debentures on private placement basis. The stock is trading at a PE of 12.6 times FY24 EPS. Thank you.
Yeah, Divi's Lab result was weak, and that came during the market hour. Share saw a correction of around 5%. But what the management has indicated that the prices, the result got impacted because of the higher raw material prices and higher power cost, which are putting up a lot of pressure on the gross margin and EBITDA margin. But whereas the demand environment ex COVID drugs remain strong. But we see that the raw material prices are seeing some softness. So quite possible that in the coming quarter, whatever we had seen, the margin is bottom. And from here, we will start seeing improvement. A lot of API are going out of patent during 2040, 2013 to 2015, and Divi's has done large capex to monetize that benefit and are likely to benefit from that in the long run. So long-term outlook for Divi's continue to remain positive. Apart from that, Grasim management has said that the VSF prices in the current quarter has corrected from Q1 level. So, and even the caustic soda average realization has come off in the Q1 from the Q1 level. So the outlook for Grasims remains soft from here. No doubt around 60% of the value of the Grasim comes from cement, that is Ultratech cement, but the core business which is there in the Grasim will see some decline. So outlook for Grasim is declining. Then Camlin Fine Science has come up with very good numbers. Result has shown good improvement as compared to last quarter, which was very subdued. In fact, the benefit, good result is even after their key plant in the Dahej was having a shutdown and was closed for almost 1 month for upgradation and capacity enhancement. Now the capacity of that plant has increased from 10,000 ton to 15,000 ton. And another one capacity of Venemin is likely to start in September, which will use catechol produced by the company, which is right now making losses when they are sold in the market. But once it is consumed internally, then definitely it will have a very good positive impact on the results. Apart from that, whatever the cost increase which company faced in the last quarter, company was able to pass it on to the customer in the current quarter and was having a positive impact on the international businesses. So overall result was good and outlook seems positive for Camlin Fine Science. Then another small company, Haranba has come up with results, and the results was quite weak. But that got impacted mainly because the company supplies around 12.5% of their sales to China market, where the Chinese port were closed and they were not able to supply the product to the international market, to Chinese market, and got lesser sales in this quarter, but that has already resumed in this quarter. Then there was an increase in raw material cost, which impacted the prices of the that impacted the gross margin of the company. But company has taken around 3% price increase to offset the increase in raw material cost. So that will also have a positive impact in Q2. Then power cost increased substantially, around 4.5 crore additional cost came in this quarter on account of power because of higher coal prices, which is still continuing and will continue to impact in the second quarter. So quite possible share may open lower on account of this poor performance in the Q1. But outlook from here on will not be so diminishing and can see some positive trend from the Q2. Company is in process of doing large capex of around 120 crore in the current year and another 120 crore in the next year, and the benefit of same will be coming in the future. So, and the valuations are at around 13 times FI on a trailing basis. So valuations are also reasonable. So any substantial decline from the current prices can be used to accumulate this stock. Then Eureka Forbes came up with the number, and here again the results was quite good. Eureka Forbes earlier was owned by Sapurji Palanji, but then it was sold to Advent private equity firm, and which is now running this stock. Pratik Pota, who was MD of Jubilant Food, has now joined. Earlier we had mentioned that he has joined. Eureka Forbes, and now also one of the CFO has come from Hindustan Unilever. So management bandwidth has been improved and the performance also has come up very strong in this quarter, wherein company has made EBITDA margin of around 8%, which was almost in the previous quarter used to make 1 or 2% EBITDA margin. And the sales also bounced back very sharply in this quarter to almost over 500 crores at 526 crore, which was somewhere struggling to around 400 crores in the previous quarter. So seems quite positive. Valuations, if we talk about this company, it's trading at around 4.2 times Q1 annualized sales, which is at par with if you take Crompton Greaves Consumer or any other company. But what we see that this company has a higher growth potential, as the company was not able to grow in last 4 or 5 year, and now with the strong bandwidth of the management, we expect that looking at their brand image and all and distribution network, they can grow much faster. So outlook for Eureka Forbes is positive from here. Another company, Transpec, another small company which came up with the number, and the numbers has shown good improvement in this quarter, so looks positive. And valuations are also TTM at around 16 times, which looks reasonable. So outlook seems positive for Transpec as well. Then Hindustan Oil Exploration came up with good number, mainly on account of higher realization of gas prices, as the government increased the gas prices from 1st of April, and the benefit of the same got reflected in this quarter. Apart from that, their B80 supply of the gas has started, but oil will be starting from the next quarter. So next quarter will be even much better than what is reported in the Q2. But these stocks runs on the basis of how the commodity price move, that is oil prices and gas prices, and oil prices are somehow seeing some pressure. So quite possible the stock will run in line with the oil prices once it post today's movement. So overall outlook on Hindustan Oil is comparatively positive. So now I'll request commodity team to take up from here.
Good morning, everyone. Yesterday, we had seen dollar index rising from the support of 105, 104.50 levels to 106.5, which is leading to pressure on commodities. So today the strategy should be sell on rise. Already prices have opened gap down. So gold initially can be sold at 50 to 300 to 350 levels with a stop loss of 500. 50 to 500. Again, prices can test 52,000, 51,800 on lower end. For a pullback, 51,800 is a good level to buy again, maintaining a stop loss below 51,700. Silver to a pullback could be expected for a trading purpose. One can buy for a target 58, 600, 700, and again it seems to be in pressure. So again, 58, 600, 700 good levels to short again, with a stop loss of 59 300. Prices should test 57 800 on lower end. Crude is have opened gap down, nearly 3.5% gap down movement is there. So sell on rise is recommended. 7,200 could be a good level to sell. Those the prices should be supportive around 7,000. So we could witness a range bound movement from 7,200 to 7,000. Natural gas looks positive. Natural gas can be bought 698, 695, good level to enter with a stop loss of 688. Prices can test 710, 715 on higher end. Copper again looks weak. Could edge 670, 375, but overall should be under pressure. So 675 good levels to short with a stop loss of 680. Prices can test the support of 665, 662 on lower end. Zinc also can be short around 322 with a stop loss of 324. Prices can test 319 to 318 on lower side. Aluminum also looks weak. A correction should come, but however, prices have fallen higher on higher end on 12th of August. So maybe a pullback, and after that, selling pressure could be witnessed. So for a trading purpose, aluminum can be bought with a stop loss of 208 levels, and again it can be sold at 213.14, which is a good level to sell. So that's it from the commodity side. And today the currency markets are also witnessing a holiday. So that's it from our side. Thank you very much.
Subscribe to our YouTube channel for in-depth interviews of India Inc. and press the bell icon so that you do not miss our updates.